Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. Deborah Lynn here, and today we are in the kitchen and we are going to share with you, I know we've already shared our language with you, but today we want to share our food. And today we're going to prepare Jamaican jerk chicken along with mashed potatoes and gravies and corn on the cob. So a little bit about jerk. Jerk originated with the Arawak Indians in Jamaica, where this was pretty much a blend of spices, herbs, hot peppers, pimento, and this was done, and you can add it to any meat, seafood, pork, goat, fish, seafood, as well as chicken. So jerk chicken is the most well-known Jamaican dish. It is probably still, Jamaica has the best jerk chicken you can find in the world. And so I know I would love to be there to enjoy some of that chicken now, but since we are here, I'm gonna do a oven baked jerk chicken for you. And so I know a lot of times when we prepare the jerk chicken, it's really the smoke in the preparation of using that pimento wood, having that meat seasoned, putting it over some coal fire and putting it over the pimento wood and just really just smoking that meat in, adding that flavor from the spices and the smoke is what makes it that authentic Jamaican dish. But I try to imitate that, and I'm going to show you how we imitate that in the kitchen to just give you that home flavor, but still you can prepare this at home, just for yourselves. And just before we get up any further, if you are here for the first time, welcome to the channel. We ask that you could subscribe if you like what you see, of course, like it, and then obviously share. Without further ado, let's get to cooking. So we're going to start with preparing the jerk chicken. And so to help me with that, Philip will be doing the seasoning up of the chicken. So we're just cutting up some onions right now. We already have some scallions pre-cut. We have a piece of thyme that we'll be adding, of course, the scotch bonnet pepper and pimento. No jerk chicken is complete without pimento. So we're going to start with adding some all-purpose Maggi seasoning. I want to say that's one of our secret ingredients in a lot of meat that we season. Next we'll be adding the Spur-Tree jerk seasoning. I didn't have enough, but I have a backup container of some Walker's Wood jerk seasoning that we would add as well wherever we run short with this one. Because a lot of people would normally blend up their seasoning and not necessarily buy the store made or pre-made one, but we eat a lot of jerk. We use a lot of jerk, so we usually have this in the cupboards. So we have a little soy sauce just to add a little flavoring and, of course, coloring to help with the coloring. A bit of browning. Just a little bit, half a teaspoon of browning that we're adding here. And of course, the scotch bonnet pepper. That's gonna kick it up a bit and make it nice and hot and spicy. adding the thyme, the onion, and the scallion. And of course we have the pimento. And then once we have all of these in the bowl, we're just gonna go ahead and rub it all together. Just get the seasoning, in, get the meat covered. Really just making sure that every part has a bit of seasoning on it. Just gonna stuff some of the seasoning under the skin. And then of course, once we're finished rubbing the seasoning and stuffing the skin with the seasoning, we're just gonna let it sit for a couple hours. Usually I prefer to season my meat at least overnight, but for the purpose of this video, of course, we're not gonna let it stay overnight. We're gonna just have it stay for a couple hours so it could marinate, get the flavors in, and then we prepare it for the oven. Okay, we're gonna do a quick check on the jerk. See how that is coming along. Some beer for the flavor. Almost forgot. You know, the beer is an important part. So, tapping a little beer on. Okay, getting that nice. We are about 30 minutes in. So we have that nice golden color. The juice is draining to the bottom. So we're gonna go ahead and flip them all. And once we flip it, we're gonna also want to add, once we add the beer, we'll go ahead and we'll put it in for another 15 minutes. Still, everything looks good, so we're gonna keep the temperature at 375. Back on the middle rack. Or corn preparing, so that is waiting for that to come to a boil. I gotta watch it because of the milk. It will cause it to boil over, so I want to make sure I'm close, but I'll leave the lid on until it heats up a bit and then pay attention to make sure it doesn't boil over, and then from that point I'll just give it some air to just keep it partly covered. Okay, so now we're just going to do a quick check on the potatoes that we're making for the mashed potatoes, just to stick it to see how tender. So they still need a few more minutes. Okay, so now we have bring to the boil the seasoning from the chicken. We've added the remainder of the beer that we didn't finish, a little bit of water to make the gravy. We're adding some ginger, liquid ginger extract to this, and we'll be also including a bit of sweet baby rays as, yeah, there we go. How much you say? About 2 tablespoons of sweet baby ray. And so we're going to bring this to a boil. Gravy is getting thick. We'll wait for that to get reduced down. So a quick check on the potatoes, and these are very tender. So these are ready. Yep, these are ready. So we'll go ahead and turn off the flame. Now to finish up the mashed potatoes, these are all boiled now. I like to just simply add some milk when I'm mashing, and this is just a 1/4 cup of milk. So what we have here, and about, so tablespoon, 3 tablespoons of butter, a sprinkle, just a light sprinkle of black pepper, and some parsley flakes, just for a little bit of color, just to make it interesting, of course. A little bit of parsley flakes on top. And then we will just mash all of these together. So we're just checking on the corn on the cob. We've been already boiling this for about 20 minutes. And so this is very tender to the touch. Yeah. So we know that these are ready. So we will just go ahead and cover this down until we're ready to plate. Okay, so here we have it, beautiful people. Jerk chicken, of course, corn on the cob, and mashed potatoes and gravy. In Jamaica, we would normally do our jerk chicken with some hard dough bread or festival, but here I'm gonna enjoy it with some mashed potatoes and gravy and some corn on the cob. So now that we have plated it, we have the corn on the cob, mashed potatoes and gravy, along with our jerk chicken. We're gonna go ahead and try this to see, how we did. So I'm gonna go ahead and, yeah, finger food. And go ahead and try it. Mm. We did really well, really well. So really well. You could even taste that seasoning that we have down to the bone. That was really good. Just coming off really nice. This is what we have here, oven baked jerk chicken. There's some secret ingredient that you use, and you'd love for us to all have some good jerk chicken at home. Please, leave a comment. Let us know what is that special spice that you use, or your special technique that you use, to do your jerk chicken at home. This is really good. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up and enjoy the rest of this dinner. But in the meantime, if you like what you see, like it, share it, and of course, subscribe. So I'm gonna love you and leave you. Stay blessed and stay beautiful.